It's Nerding Out with Maximus and Braquely. And we're back at the WBSNT radio studios this week, this time on the road down in Iowa, Waterloo, Iowa. Big, exciting town. Hanging out here with Maximus and Braquely, both current members of the House of L2. How's it going, guys?
It's going great.
Doing well.
Just enjoying a brewski right now with these fine gentlemen.
Which is about typical. You'll find Max on GroupMe doing shots several days of the week. It's part of the...
several days a week.
Several days a week.
Yeah. My Mondays are short.
It's funny because he says, I'll take a shot with you. So he does a shot over the distance. But
yeah.
All right, so why don't you introduce yourselves and talk about where you're at in the game, when you started, that type of stuff.
All right, this is Braquely. I'm a TH8. I started playing about 5 months ago. I joined House of L2 about 4 months ago.
Okay, was that your first clan?
First clan. I was invited by Max, actually.
Maximus.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing, and we were talking about doing the podcast, and so you two are really, and maybe Riggs, are the first sons of L, where you've never been in a clan before and went into the L clan.
Right.
Yep.
So, and Maximus is maybe talk a little bit about his wandering about experience this week.
Yeah.
First time out of the clan.
Yeah, that was scary.
So you're a TH8, you said?
TH8, very low level in TH8. Currently going for max hogs.
So when did you become an 8? I
became an 8 roughly 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, so you're really fresh.
Yes.
Well, okay. We'll come back to your order. I want to know what you're upgrading after Max. Why don't you, Maximus? I want to know your upgrade order, what your thoughts are. Especially because of the update.
Yeah.
So, Maximus?
This is Maximus. I'm a TH9. I've been playing since last June, so how many months would that be now?
Well,
it'd be like about 6-7 months.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't join House of L, the House of L main, until probably a few months after that.
Because you thought you could live without a clan.
I thought I could live without a clan. And then when I did my first ever raid, I remember texting Scotty, like, Scotty, I got almost 20,000 gold. Holy crap, this is awesome. And then I joined House of L, and it just kind of opened up my eyes.
Yeah. I remember the early days because Max would talk about what he's doing, and I wouldn't want to, be like, no, you got to do this, you got to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'd just kind of listen, and he did what I did, too. Like, when you first started, you didn't attack because you thought as soon as you attacked, you could get attacked.
Yeah, and I was afraid because I didn't know that when your base gets attacked, it just rebuilds itself. I thought you get attacked, you have to rebuild everything all over again.
I totally do that, too.
See, I had something different.
Yeah.
I'm a volunteer with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and my little got me started in the game. And he took my phone from me and just attacked within my first hour of having it started.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't have the defense
and your shield
or the
broke.
shield or anything. So I was thrown in.
Oh, my
I had
God.
no choice.
Did he downloaded it?
I downloaded it.
And you didn't even...
And I was sitting next to him, and he's like, well, let me show you how this is done. And then he grabs it and just hits attack and built some troops, and bam, done within like half an hour of having the game downloaded.
Wow. So did you just start getting hit right away pretty bad?
Well, I didn't have anything, so it wasn't terrible. But
Hope you put them up for adoption.
So you are, you're TH9, you're in the middle, pretty much.
I mean, my troops, my research is really far along. My defenses, though, need kind of an overhaul, especially my walls.
Yeah, but you've got purple walls.
I got purple walls, and I'm turning them into skulls, and I got like 4 Legos right now, which I'm pretty proud of. But no, I'm actually just decided to kind of say screw the war weight, and my Wiz Towers are going to be maxed out for TH9 in less than a day. And I got my Expos down too.
Yeah, but that post update I think is important. Because the war weight, I mean, your Archer Towers are not even level TH8 level.
No, they're not max TH8. They're just going to have those gold platings on the wood pretty soon.
I don't know. I think since the update where they did the Town Hall and Shield update, I think a lot of people went and put their Expos down. I would have on Brittany if I would have been doing it, because now you have to protect your resources more. You can't just stick your Town Hall outside like you used to.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like, I wanted to have you guys on wall breakers.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about the wall breaker defense later.
That's one of the reasons is because you guys are really pretty new. When did you start? It was in.
I started playing like September.
Yeah, September. So you've just been around in the last. This was right before ClashCon. This was before.
Right. So I came in right before all this big change happened. So I was learning how to play. I was getting used to it, and all of a sudden they threw a wrench in there, and then I'm like, okay.
Well, what's the biggest difference?
To me, finding loot is different when you're just farming. So, So this is as a TH7. Yeah.
Because as of like 2 weeks, it's happened December 10th.
Right. So I was I was a 7, and I'm just preparing to become an 8. And then I find out, well, TH7s get a third AD. I'm like, well, that would have been really nice, because TH7 in a war is a joke.
Yeah.
Because all you do is you drop a bunch of dragons and you watch them walk through it. But
so adding a third air defense is
it's gonna make that a lot more challenging for to attack.
I bet it'll keep 7 and 8s from just skipping Town Hall levels a little bit more.
Yeah, there's a couple people that skipped it. I went to max 7 before I became an 8.
Okay, so you are completionist.
Yes, very much so.
I think you said this when we went out the last time.
My credit card was burning the night that I became a TH9.
Starter pack is what they call them.
Yeah, right? Oh.
But you did... I knew Max was gonna when he went to 9.
Yeah.
He was gonna spend money, and so I helped him. I said,
I gave Scott that look, and I was like, Scott, I want it. I want TH9 so bad.
And I knew he was gonna do it, and I said, well, if you're gonna do it, here's how you should do it, because I knew he was gonna use his jet.
Because you were only like halfway through 8 when you did that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's been hanging out in L and partying with the big dogs, and,
right?
And I think when you are at the bottom as a TH9 or TH8, and then we had some TH8s at that point, when you're at the bottom of the war map constantly and getting bitch slapped like we do in House of L with these war attacks. This war, for example, we have 6 Town Hall 11s. They have 12. All of them have 44 heroes and Eagle defenses and everything.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So... I think so. I knew he was going to go, and he'd been talking about it for a while. So I was like, okay, well, he was like, I'll just do my wall. I'll gem my walls. I'm like, do not gem your walls. I'm like, no.
Well, it's like part of it was I was getting so impatient with them because someone told this to me, and it's true. Walls are a true test of patience.
Oh, that's a fact.
It takes freaking forever to level up your walls to all be the same level.
Yep.
And then right after that, right now I'm doing skull walls. Now I'm thinking, God, you know what? Maybe the 200K for gold to level it up to purple wasn't that bad now.
Yeah. When you start to think...
Now it's 500.
Now it's 500 for skulls and $1 million after that.
Well, I'm still working on my 3 million walls.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was going to do it. He'd bought the gems, and I was like, okay, wait, no. Yeah. Do this. Do your army camps. Do your spell factory. Yeah. So he did everything right.
Yes.
When he went.
Then I did my research lab, and then I gemmed my hogs so that they were max level. Because as a TH9, I think hogs are huge for warring.
If you want a 3-star regularly.
Yeah.
Well, it's a transition, right? So that's kind of cool because you're just fresh 7, going to 8 is a new 8, and you're a newer 9.
Yeah, I mean, I had level 4 hogs before that, but it was just like, if I only had max hogs and a max heal, and then as soon as I maxed them out, God, I noticed a difference.
Oh, yeah, right away. Mm-hmm. But we were doing some fun attacks, too, because we always brainstormed.
Oh, yeah.
And so we were doing...
You do some interesting attacks, that's for sure.
Drag hog army.
I remember when I was
random
TH8,
witches coming from corners.
Yeah.
TH8, there's nothing but TH10s and 9s we were up against, and Scott came up with a plan where I was combining, like, dragons and loons and hogs.
Yep.
And I 3-starred at TH9.
Yep.
Oh, man, that was a fun night.
Yeah, and you were TH8, I think.
I was. It
was level 4. I think you had level 3 hogs.
Yeah.
And in level, you didn't have the heals. But the thing was with that, in that attack, that made me realize that the hogs are way more powerful at level 3, even, and level 4. Mm-hmm. And I'd actually heard on a podcast, I think it was one. I think it was the Buy Forever show. They were talking about that. The TH7s would use hog walls with like level 2 hogs or whatever it was, and you could still do damage.
Yep.
And I just didn't think that, and that's why it's nice sometimes having a mini, because I'm so out of touch with level 7. You know, because I haven't been there for 3 years.
Right.
So it's kind of going back. So what is your upgrade order? So you're a completionist.
Yeah.
You maxed every town hall?
So far, yeah.
Okay. And you're a math guy, and we talked about this beforehand.
Yeah, I use a little math whenever I do my attacks. So if I'm going to kill something, I'm going to make sure that it lines up with the numbers. And
so you like sit down and you look, I'm going to send in this many hogs on this?
Yeah, I will. I haven't done a ton of hog attacks yet, but
you'd say
I do that. Like for example, lately I've been doing a lot of dragon attacks, being a TH7, transitioning into the TH8 phase, and so I'll count my EQ attacks. I'll count my lightning
EQ
earthquake.
Okay,
and
how much percentage?
What percent that equals for hit points, and then I'll add up my hit points on my lightning and make sure that it will kill it. I mean, there's a couple of times where I end up 2 hit points short, 10 hit points short, and I have to carry an extra earthquake spell to kill it finally instead of a poison to help destroy the dragon that's coming out of the CC.
Okay. So what are you lightning? Like, I mean,
I'm lightning down in air defense typically.
Okay.
And
so
I try, and it depends on the base structure and how I'll do that.
So do you like? You said you got an Excel spreadsheet.
Yes.
And then you just kind of...
I type in numbers for each one, and then it pops out if it basically gives me a green or a red number if it's going to kill it or not.
Wow.
Did you make it?
Yes.
That's some
awesome.
nerd machinery right there. So what do you do? Do you look at for each of your troops on each defense?
No, I really look at it for just the lightning and the earthquakes to make sure I kill the air defense.
Okay.
Because most of my attacks right now I'm going in against a TH8, and so I'm walking in there with low level or level 2 dragons right now because I haven't maxed those out because I'm in the process of maxing out my hogs first.
Yeah, you skipped. That's a big question.
That was something I did different than what it seems that most people do. And one of the main reasons is that in L, we push hogs, L2 specifically, we push hogs way more than we push dragon attacks. And so...
Yeah, because dragon attacks are... It's weird, right? Because when you're talking about the upgrade order of dragon attacks and hog attacks.
Yep.
So you add... Okay, so drag attacks, what spells are you going to use?
Well, dragons, you're going to use lightning and rage. And earthquake that you get from somebody else typically.
Or heals even.
And maybe a heal, but we typically don't do that much.
And I guess this was before, when I was playing Brittany, it was before, a lot of the war was before the dark spells even.
Right.
That I was in, with her as a TH8 or TH9. So those kind of things are different. Did they get did they add a level on what air defense you get as a new...
I didn't read anything about it.
I'm just wondering. This just popped in
No,
my
so
head because they
TH7
added-
gets an extra air defense. TH8 is basically the same as far as I can tell.
Okay, so you don't. I was just wondering if you got an extra level or something at
No,
8.
no.
Because sometimes they do that with the because in the 9s with the spells they got the spell factory just leveled up right then.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you started doing it then, what did you max out? Like what's your upgrade order? What's your priority?
So at TH8 right now, I'm going all hogs first. Then I'm going to healing spell next. So my hogs have 5 days left if I don't gem them. And then my healing spell is after that. And then following that, I'm not even considering dragons, and I'm going to do farming troops. So giants, archers, and barbs.
Okay.
Once you get your giants to like 6, that's
Yeah,
a big
nice.
difference.
Yeah, my
They're
giants will
nice.
only be a 5.
Yeah.
And I think that's max for an 8.
Well, and kind of going back to it, and this is like kind of got off track just a little bit there with the drags. If you're going to upgrade those and skip them, you're adding in 2 weeks to max your drags,
Right. And it's
then
3
rage.
million elixir as well.
Yeah, and then you've got rage spells.
And rage spells, which is a different path for the healing for the spell that you use.
Yeah, to switch to a hog army. So if you skip, and you're basically going with, you're basically saying for a month or 2, I'm going to be weak in war because I'm going to focus on my next evolution of army instead of doing the drag.
And it's been a tough month.
Yeah, because
I mean, it's 20 days to level your level 3 and level 4 hogs once you hit 8.
And not to mention how much it costs
And
hanging out
that's
as a TH8 or
that's in there farming your elixir, so you get your total of 70,000 dark elixir to make it.
And a brand new TH8, which
and
means
TH8 for all the 50 walls and everything else that you gotta.
I think the
loot
treasury
penalty.
will help, though.
And what?
You know, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't buy the treasury's cool, right?
well,
But it's all it is it's just the war loot bonus.
I know it's your war loot bonus, but I mean your star bonus that you get every
Day.
24 hours.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's significant.
That's
Yeah.
like an extra decent raid right there.
And the higher you are, I mean, that's significant at my level. I mean, you're talking when that first came in this last week. I was still, I think, at 1 bronze, and it was only like 100,000 or right around. But then I've raised up to 2nd gold, and it's like 140,000, and you get dark elixir too.
Yeah,
Which
mine was
I
like
didn't-
360,
which I did not.
I think.
Right.
Way to brag.
And where are you at?
I'm just at 3,700 trophies.
Right.
So what league is that again? It's
Champ 2.
Champ 2, yeah.
I'm at my new personal best. Every attack I've been going.
Golf clap.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Well, House of L, we're doing a trophy push, and we are currently, and this is pretty interesting too. And I guess we'll have to do a whole episode talking about the push, but because there's some really cool things coming out of it. But so I've been pushing hard all week, and I realize, and I keep telling people like I'm coming for you, and I just it got pointed out to me. So I'm like going, yeah, I'm coming for you, and they're TH9s. So Supconk, one of the co-leaders in House of L, is a 9. He's at 39.95.
I was thinking about pushing as an 8 just to see how far I could get.
You should. If you hit Masters, you get 1,000 gems.
Right.
When
I
you
mean,
hit Champs,
that's huge.
2,500 gems.
That's huge at my level.
Yeah, and you're in Crystal. You can get up there. I mean, he's at 39.95. Okay, right now. I'm sure going for Titan. Watts 28 is right behind him. Another TH9. And there's me feeling all good about myself pushing, and followed by, let's see here. Oh, no, it's not popping up here. Tremek, he's another TH9. So I think, and then we've got some 10s and mixed up, but we are currently sitting at, because we're going for top 20 in the US, but right now we're sitting at, we're We're in Germany right now. Hold on. I got to switch the plan back.
Make yourself feel better with that number.
You know what? I was doing that the other night. I was going through and figuring out where we were in the world. And you could walk to a lot of these countries and we're like, number 2,
You can walk right over to Volk's house and grab some German beer. So maybe that was your thought process.
That's right. Yeah. Just getting thirsty. Now I can't find, United States. Let's go back to see where we're at. We were at 42.
I was going to say it was 42 last time I checked.
And we are at 39, House of L, closing up. So it's been kind of fun. So we end Sunday. I'm going to go for Titan.
Yep.
I think. We'll see. Got a lot of stuff to do. But so really great job to everybody in the House of L. I'm looking forward to see how far we want to break the top 20, but that's only 24 hours away. We'll see. We'll see.
Use your green elixir. Boost.
So,
boost everything.
Yeah, well, it is. It gets kind of expensive because I have to boost my heroes.
Right.
And I really hate the 1 hour boost. I like the 2 hour. I like that.
I think with the new personal break timer, though, it makes a little more sense. Because they did shorten up the personal break timer a little bit. Granted, you can see how much time you have left on it. But I think they shortened it up so much where if you forgot to check it and you boost for 2 hours and a half hour later, it says you're going to be booted for a half hour. Yeah. So that's why I think the 1 hour makes sense. But I do agree it does make it annoying because it's like you get a few raids and then you're like, shit, I got to boost again?
Or just a spell factory at least. A spell factory, if it's going to take 2 hours, it should have, maybe that's... So now you're in 8. So you hit 8. What did you upgrade? What did you start? What was your...
Well, I don't know if I talked to too many people, but I just laid every defense down right away and built my walls to be all purple, which are blue first and then purple to match. So all my walls in my base right now are purple.
Okay.
And then I also have my extra air defense down. That was very critical to get that in and start raising that up. So all my air defenses in my base are level 5 right now. So I'm going to be going to 6 shortly with those. I laid the Tesla, my 3rd Tesla down quickly as well, which was significant, and that one I'm in the process of starting to raise that level up as well.
Okay.
So gold-wise, that's what I'm focusing on are the air defenses and the Teslas initially to stop the dragon attacks, basically.
Yeah.
For wars. And then after that, and then besides that, for my elixir, it's basically research. So once I get through my dark elixir, now that I've got the hogs built up, I'm going to be going with my healing spell, I'm going to go with my rage spell, and then I'm going to go farming troops through and through.
And you were farming with hogs?
I have farmed with hogs very recently with level 2 hogs, and now I have level 3 hogs, and I'm like, these things are amazing. And then pretty soon I'm going to have these level 4 hogs that hopefully will do a little better than that.
What's your comp when you're farming with?
With hogs, I tend to bring in 8 or so. And then I would run giant healer behind them with barbs and archers.
Okay.
So the hogs I would target towards air defenses, so my healers didn't get crushed. And then my giants I would target towards everything else. Then my barbs and archers would clean up the base. And I would never really clear the base per se, but I tend to get 90%, 80%, and I would get all the dark elixir I needed to continue my hog production, and now my heroes. So my king is cooking right now for level 6.
Okay, so that's where you're at. Maximus, what do you? What's your upgrade order? What are you working on?
Right now my Valks are researching, and after that, I think I'm going to start researching my dark spells a little bit. That's aside from minions and Valks, I mean, that's pretty much all that I have left. I mean, I could research my P.E.K.K.A.s, but I don't really use them in war a whole lot.
Yeah.
So, but Valks, so
P.E.K.K.A.s. It took me 6 months to max them out when I was 10.
Yeah.
Because the loot economy was really bad when the war started.
Yeah.
And I still barely ever use them. Except for, I did see somebody attack me the other day in the wild with 7 P.E.K.K.A.s.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think it's because of the nerf with a golem, 3-time damage. I think they just said, you know what? If I can't run 5 golems, 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, I'll just run 7 P.E.K.K.A.s.
Yeah.
Wow. They kicked the shit out of my base. I mean, they got 18.
Oh yeah, you need wall breaker defense in your CC. It worked for me.
Okay, yeah. Tell the story.
So I was just like, you know what, screw it. I want to see how wall breakers do as a defensive CC. And so I requested 15 maxed out wall breakers in my CC, and overnight I got hit. And when I watched the replay, this guy deployed 30 giants into the same compartment, and as soon as they got in there and triggered my CC, you see all these 15 wall breakers coming out of my CC, carrying these huge barrels of TNT, and all of them just go off at once. And it's 30 giants. Boom.
Nothing left.
Nothing left. All he had left were like 5 level 2 hogs, his CC full of giants, and my base just pulverized it. And my defense won.
I wonder if that wouldn't work on my base.
It was hilarious. And you've done this multiple times too, right?
All 30 giants were gone.
All 30 giants.
All of them. Because they're all stacked right at each other.
Yeah.
The bomb blows up.
Splash.
Yeah. So all 30 giants were just gonzo.
I'm going to ask for all wall breakers when I get defensive.
It was pretty awesome.
Because after this next raid, it'll all go on defense. Because I think I've got 2 hours left on my shield. So when I break it, it'll be...
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It's circumstantial, though. I did have someone try raiding me again shortly after when I had wall breakers, and they actually did try to lure my CC. Thing is about wall breakers, if they get lured and they explode, they're gone.
Yeah. You get one shot at it. So it's why, like in war, sometimes you can do something really crazy, like put up the Tesla in one place or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And win, but it only works the one time.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not consistent.
Right. And so sometimes I think if you're in a war and you're a base like a 6 or a 7 at the bottom of the map and you know you're going to get smashed, do something really stupid where you put because what we were doing on some of your base builds, I said put the Teslas in the corner. We had
Teslas in the corners with giant bombs and springs.
Yeah, and it actually held off an attack or two. And in some of those cases, just one attack makes a huge difference.
It's like my base was sitting at 97% or so, and those Teslas are popped up, so everyone started going towards the Teslas, and it's like spring, double giant bomb, and the remnant troops were just gonzo.
Granted, and I think it was the time difference or whatever.
Yeah, and granted, I mean, like you said, it's good for like one go, but after that, it's people know how to plan around it.
So are you okay? So what are you using in war now? I know you're switching it up.
That's part of the reason why I temporarily left L2.
You want to time
for like 3 hours? No, just kidding.
It was for one day.
You can tell the whole story because I actually didn't really talk too much about it.
Okay. Well, what happened was I had a crappy war, and I just kind of contemplated, and I'm like, I'm getting too comfortable with my troop composition and my attacks, and I keep using the same thing. I got to switch it up. I was like, maybe the best thing to do is to just go out into the wild, maybe join some random clan from Global and get different perspectives and just learn some different stuff. And so I left L2 for what I thought was going to be like 2 or 3 weeks. And I go out to Global, and that's a scary freaking place. Granted, I did run into one clan, and they're the Braveheart. They call themselves Bravehearts with a smiley face, and they're a pretty cool clan. I actually was with them for, I'd say, the entire night.
The evening?
But then I was like, oh God, I got to go back to L2. I miss the people in L2. And so then I went back to L2, and I was like, screw it. If I'll experiment, I'll just experiment in the wild, but I'll do it while I'm a member of this clan.
So did you attack in your war? Did you war with them?
No, I didn't war with them. That was the crappy thing is the clans that I did join, they were already in preparation day, or they were like at the beginning of their war. And I was like, God, I want a war so bad though. But yeah, Global was just freaky. I mean, you had so many people saying, join our level 1 clan with 3 people. You'll get free elder and free co or whatever. I'm like,
So what'd you do? Did you go join?
no. As soon as what happened is I go into global, and I would say
I'm looking for the text message.
yeah,
That's what I was.
I'd say TH9 here that really wants to war, and all of a sudden I get like 7 clan requests to, hey, come join my clan. And I kept rejecting one clan. I forget what they were called, but I would reject it, and then they'd send me another invite like 2 seconds later, and it happened like 7 times in a row. Part of me just wanted to accept it and be like, stop trying to send these invites, you morons. I don't want to be a part of you.
Yeah, I just remember you saying, you know what, I think I'm going to go out on my own.
Yeah. Well, here's kind of what you were saying earlier is, I mean, I've never been outside of L before. I mean, the first clan I ever joined was L, and then I went to L2, and I've been there ever since. So it's like I haven't really been outside the L family before.
Or you went to Kent Farmhouse 2.0.
I went there for a little while, yes. And then
it was still a podcast
L.
clan.
Yeah, it was like still within the Kryptonian family. So to speak. Yeah. So I've never really been outside in the big world of...
You've never been in a clan where you can wait 18 hours to get troops.
I didn't realize how hideous it was until I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like... And then you were asking, you said, well... When DP left, how long did it take him to come back? And I just said a couple hours, because I think he left for like a day or a couple days or something at a point. And he's like, "Oh, I'm coming back," And but I was like, it's okay to come back if you want to, because it's been like 3 hours. And he's like, "Well, how long did DP leave for?" And he had said like, "I'm going to go for weeks and months. I'm going to be like," He was wandering into the desert of It was pretty funny though. But I mean, it was, I got it though. I mean, like, if you've been around L, but at the same time, I did think, well, given everybody else's stories, you're probably not going to go to many global clans and find really good attackers or people that have listened to the podcast or everybody's kind of culminating in a place where it's like-minded people. Yeah. Like, people who take war serious or take attack serious, that kind of stuff. So,
well, I knew I wasn't going to be away for too long because, I mean, it's like L is really, well, no, it's just L is a really awesome place. Though. I mean, it's got a good vibe and good energy, and it's kind of like you said. You send out a request for troops, it gets filled like
in
seconds, a few minutes, and it's
so hard to donate over in Houseville, but. In Houseville, too.
All right.
I know. It's like, anyone need a rock? I got a couple of them on hand, and they'll put any before I can click my golem. Someone fills it up with, 6 wizards. I'm like, oh, shit. Someone else want a rock?
So what's been happening in L2? What's going on? So I know that... I actually, Brittany may still be in the clan.
I think she is.
But
I don't even know.
You killed her a little bit.
Well, no, because of the push, I took Brittany off my phone. And I hate switching back and forth.
Right.
And so I was like, well, it's a 2-week push, so a week and a half. I opted out Brittany. I said, if you need me, you know where to find it. Sass can find me anywhere.
He's omnipotent.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
So
she's an L too. She's an L too.
Yeah, she's still there. So I figured it'd be best to just let her go for a little bit and focus in on the push. So I haven't been there. But what's been happening? What's the wars been like? What are your matchups like?
Our last 2 matches have been kind of tough.
This was my first war with you guys since I came back.
Yeah.
Because I came back to L actually from my stint in Global for 24 hours. I was in L for a war, and that was when Dirk introduced me to Lava Loon attacks.
Yeah,
big call out to him, or shout out to him. Thank you for helping me out.
Dirk Diggler.
And we must have spent over an hour talking out that plan. And I was like, oh, you know what? I never called that base. I should leave it to Maximus to do that. But I did hit that base, though. I mean, he taught me a lot about Lava Loon attacks. So, and that was pretty awesome.
So, did you hit it?
I did. Call it? I did. I mean, the person who did have a call only had like a half hour left, and when it expired, I went ahead and hit it.
Okay.
But no, he taught me a lot of basics about air attacks like that, and it was really awesome.
What would you learn?
one thing is that when you deploy your pig dogs, that you actually want to deploy them to the air defense and the path that your loons are going to take, so that, one, it triggers any air bombs that your loons might have otherwise triggered, and two is
tracks the other
it tracks the other things, like the arch towers and the whiz towers.
Yeah.
So any other defenses other than air defense.
Well, and I kind of think of it as the wave.
Yep.
You know, like you want that pig dog to wave, you know, by the wizard tower.
Yep.
Like, so
you
wherever
want them to come by first and pick everybody's attention, and then the loons come in and take everybody out.
Here goes that fat little bastard flying past. Hey, how's it going? And then you're like, oh, here's the loons about
How's it going, guys?
slap
Look
in
at
the
me.
face.
Don't pay attention to my loon friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Those fat little bastards.
I'm looking forward to the day that I actually can use those guys, because I love air attacking. It's just
will you max out
it's
every
not
town
practical.
hall?
Yes.
You will.
Wow.
Yes.
When you're those TH9
Max
walls.
is, I just
I will still do
I
it.
saw Max getting hungry for TH10 the other day.
No, I'm not going to.
I think
I can see myself being 8. Obviously, I'll get through it, but 9, I'll be there for a long time.
Will you? Yeah, it's a long. But would you max out your walls? Is that your?
There's 3 million to max out at 9.
I don't know. I for sure will max out my defenses and my troops and everything. My walls depends on where I am in my research and everything else to make that happen.
If you get them to Legos, that's pretty solid, I think. But the 3 million upgrade, I mean,
for the lavas.
Yeah. Oh god, that'd take forever.
There was a very definite shift in the game for me when I hit Legos.
Yeah.
And I went to 10, I think, with I didn't have all skull walls.
Right.
I don't think I had all skull walls until I'd been at 10 for almost a year. I mean, it had been a long time, because I figured whatever's behind the wall
will help. Yeah.
At the time, there was all air attacks. Like when you're pushing and stuff, it was all Laloon, and so it was like, well, who cares about the wall? You want the shit that shoots it down.
Oh, and the hogs jump the walls. And
hogs jump the
else.
wall.
I mean,
and so I think psychologically, and we were talking about that, about with the expos and stuff.
It's like a big deterrent.
Yeah.
People see them and they're like, screw that.
And really, you're talking about a matter of one wall breaker. I mean, from the different level walls, you're like, yeah, I only need one more. But it's psychologically, it's so Legos seem to be where it's at. But I still like to this day will always say, because I think the advice has been good, is just go with your research. Mm-hmm. Like no matter where you're at in your offense, and now this has changed because you've got the heroes, right? So you've got all these levels to go on heroes. So that's one level of offense. But you know, when I went to 10, it was like all my lab was done, and I'm like, I have a lot of shit to research. And at that time, you couldn't put gold, you couldn't put elixir into walls.
Oh, that's true.
So there was just nothing to do except for bleed the elixir into nothingness.
Yeah.
And so I went up, but
that's actually how I got my 4 Legos right now. Is I didn't get them by pumping gold into it. I got it from extra elixir.
Yep.
Well, and that's the big thing though with the walls going to skull walls. Like that's what, level 8, I think.
Yeah, Skull's 8.
Skull's level 8. Mm-hmm. They once you get them to there, then at that point you can put the elixir or the gold. And so you need to have a critical number of skull walls if you're going to start to use your elixir. Because all of a sudden you're like, you don't have anything to do for elixir, but then you don't have any skull walls to put the next levels up. So I'm working on that with Brittany. It would be nice to do full Legos. It'd be nice if you could do it lower.
Yeah.
You know, instead of the level 8.
Yeah. What were you talking about? Oh, you said how L2 is going, and I totally went off on a tangent.
Oh, that's all right.
with Dirk Diggler.
That's how the podcast is supposed to go.
I was away from there for a while. It's my first war back, so how
it's been coming and going. I mean, we had 2 streaks of 6 or 7 wins in a row. The last 2 wars have been a little tough. We're just we're really close. Every war we either crush somebody or we're right on the edge of winning it. So,
well, and you guys had the problem the last war that we even had. Low bases not being cleaned.
Yeah, that's one of our issues right now. We have a handful of TH8s that are all low enough level, and they're struggling to clear out these bases that we're fighting that are max TH8s. And then the 9s have to come back down and help out, and you start looking up the chain, and near the top, we're just not getting everything cleared out like we used to or normally do.
Well, it seems like it comes down to timing, really, right?
Yeah, and we've become very late in our attacks.
Yeah, that's
a problem too. Is like we got 2 hours left, and there's still 11 attacks to do, and it's when you're not doing big wars, it's not a lot of attacks that have to get done.
Well, what's your war size?
War size lately has been 20-ish.
Okay.
So 15, 20, 25, depending for the last 5 or 6 wars.
That even tightens it down then, because with that many, you don't have. I don't know. It just
you don't have as much freedom to miss your attack.
Yeah.
I mean, if you screw up at a 20 size war, you're costing a lot more than if it's a 30 or 35 person, because there's those extra attacks that are there for the people that happen to hit the 3 on their first shot.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and that happened to us last war. I've been going later in war. Partly, it's been the push. I kind of wait a little bit and go more towards the end, or like you have to focus in to the 2 hours. Like before, I just kind of do half a day where I'd kind of go, well, I'll just train my army, and I think I'm ready. I'm going to go in, but now I'm like, well, I got to keep my battles going. Yep. Now I'm going to shut it down. But so we've had lower bases not get cleaned out, and so you're kind of at the end going, well, is this person going to hit lower?
Right.
And then I screwed up a TH9 attack again. Thought I had it, and I think pretty much cost us the war. It was 91-90.
Oh,
so I could have tied it and maybe on the percentage, but we've been having that. It seems like it just is a common theme that
wars have been really close.
Yeah,
you're either having them, or you're up by 1 or 2, or you're down by 1 or 2. But in general, it comes down to percentage. It seems like is a big deal.
Well, what would fix it? So you've got. Because it can be really frustrating. And I know, and I don't think after a war is lost, I don't think you should make any declarations within, the first 6 hours about new war strategy. Because everybody who's good at the game takes the attack so seriously and so personal. And that's why we all, come together, and it's we get each other that way. But... So just be careful with war strategy after, within 6 hours, because everybody's so upset or,
Yeah, they're pissed off at their own attacks, much less what somebody else did.
This is why you should have got it or shouldn't have got it. And, and this is what we got to do. But what would fix it? What do you think is the...
I mean, to me, it helps to get the low attacks early and just have a systematic approach. I mean, for me, I typically get my attacks done within 6 hours of starting it, but I'm one of the lowest guys in L2 right now. So when I enter a war, I'm normally the bottom 5 people.
Yeah.
So it's very critical that all of those people that are in that window get their attacks done quick, so everybody above them has a chance to react to that if they need to, or plan out their attacks at their equal level.
Yeah, I agree.
And right now I'm sitting in kind of the middle of the lineup, and what I try to do, I try to get one of my attacks in right away, then I'll actually save my second one to all the lower people so I know what to clean up if need to be, or if I have to do a fresh attack or so whatnot.
Yeah. So
it's kind of split 50-50. Do one right away, do the other.
Well, you're in the middle of the pack, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah. I remember a while ago saying, when you start to clamp down and you're getting these close wars where it really matters, and now it's different because you can keep your war time pretty much the same. So the update happened. It's a 23-hour war day.
Right.
So, this last week, we got late because maintenance breaks, and so they pushed now we have to slowly increment it back an hour or match as soon as possible to bring it down. But there was a point where it was we were looking at the war thing, and some people couldn't get their attacks in, and it was just you know what? Maybe our war schedule doesn't work for you. You might be a really good war attacker.
Right.
You might be, of course, you're a Town Hall 8 or a Town Hall 9. and you're lower in there, but it has nothing to do with it. It has to do with, can you, as a TH8 or a 9 or low 9, get your attacks in early in the war, because that's what we need from.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not personal like that, but if we can't, if you can only get them in the last 6 hours, then it might not work.
Yeah, timing is very important for that. I mean, there's times where even as a 9, I mean, trying to get that early attack, if you don't get that early attack in and you walk in at the end of the war, you still have 2 left.
Yeah.
It's very difficult if you only have 3-4 hours left in the war and you're trying to achieve
especially
both attacks.
Even if you're lower, then you can go in, and the scout is really important.
Yeah. So
what's in the CC? That tells you,
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like a couple of weeks before I left L2, there was one war where I actually wasn't able to attack like both of my attacks until near the end. I hated that.
Why?
Because there's so few attacks left, and you're like, oh shit, everyone's going to be looking at me now.
Yeah.
I was just glad, knock on wood, that my last attack, I was able to 3-star it, but I was just like, shit, I hate that kind of pressure.
Well, yeah, right, because that's the thing, right?
Yeah,
it comes down to me in that war where I screwed up on a Town Hall 9, which is not surprising in my world. And it's like, I've blown a TH9
it sucks.
attack.
You feel like crap afterward if it doesn't go well.
But if I could have went and screwed up 12 hours earlier, and it would not be on me.
But
you can look at somebody else, and I can be like, "Hey, Max, clean up my spot."
Yeah. But when you're one of the last 3
Can't
attacks,
believe you didn't get that.
Yeah. It's like all eyes are on you.
Yeah, for sure.
So what? So the lower people doing that.
Yeah, the lower people have had trouble early, and so it's just making sure you get your attacks in early to help out.
What kind of matchups are you seeing? Tough?
Matchups have been, the last 2 have been tough. Before that, we had some...
Tough like
we'd walk in with 1 TH11 and they would have 3. And then you look down the whole chain and we would end up having 3 TH8s and they would have 1 or something. So then everybody's having to play up a level, and it's just difficult to try to do a war like that. Even me, I'm a min TH8 right now.
With an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah. And I'm fighting these guys that are max TH8s, and I'm trying to walk in there with my level 2 dragons right now and do something. And if everything goes perfectly, I'll get a 3-star, but typically that doesn't happen. So I end up with 1 or 2, and somebody has to come back and clean that up, and that costs an extra attack, and that's pretty critical.
But it's always part of the learning.
Yeah, it's very much part of the learning. And we just happen to have a lot of people in L2 right now that are in that phase of transitioning from dragons to hogs. And so there's a lot of missed attacks at our lower end, and it's causing our 9s to have to come down and help out more than we had in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think every clan goes, especially if you're a good clan, I think it goes through those phases because you've got everybody working together and you're kind of all on the same ideas about who you want to hit. And basically in a couple weeks, you're going to be all hitting.
Yeah, in about a month,
hogs.
A couple weeks, I think everything's going to be cleaned up, good to go. But until everybody gets comfortable with this hog idea at the TH8s, it's going to be pretty rough roads for a little bit.
So what kind of members do you think L2 is looking for at this point?
They actually have a couple of new members.
Yeah.
Really?
One of them just recently left. He said he'd be back in a couple of days, and I hope he does because he seems like a cool guy. His name is Jesse, or Jess. Jesse, yeah. So shout out to you, Jesse, if you're listening. Come back to L2. But no, we have a couple of new players. One of them, his name, I think it's Call Out to Vainglory.
Yep.
Vainglory. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to grow it back up. We've changed our philosophy a little bit in the guild. I mean, we were allowing
clan,
yeah.
Guild. He says.
Guild. Sorry, I come from another world of Guild Wars and World of Warcraft, so I'm still getting used to the lingo, of course.
Yeah, we're bringing it into a different nerd universe.
But we're looking for people that we're looking TH8 and above. We've recently changed that, and people that are active in war. We war all the time, continuous. So, and I think we allow three times to sit before we'll kick you. So,
which basically gives you a full hero down.
Yep, it allows you to level up your heroes and get back in.
I think,
and a lot of people clash with the hero down too. We find ways around it. We tolerate it. So
that's what we used to do a lot, and we say that now we can do that. It's really kind of started to look down on because our wars are just so tough
for you guys, for sure.
Yeah, it's just been so tough, and I hate saying that or whatever, but you can work around it. You can go lower. But I think it's a really good idea to let in the different town hall levels to just get it with people who will participate. And what we did was from the beginning it said you have to get your attacks in, even if you're at the bottom and you don't have any you can hit nothing. That's perfect place to practice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Test your troops.
I got a lot of practice when I was watching it. I was like. It was like all Town Hall 10s, Town Hall 9s, and then me being the little Town Hall 7 or 8 at the end of the lineup.
Yeah. Right.
And it's like, oh, good luck against that Town Hall 9 max.
Yeah. But you still went in and you had to attack.
Try to do some.
Yeah.
Because it tests your troops, where you can hit, how far you can push into the base, things like that.
God, I remember that sucked so much because at that level I was hurting for elixir so bad.
Yeah.
And
if you wouldn't
it was like, when are you going to attack, Max? I'm like, in a couple hours, I got to farm some elixir.
Well, yeah, and you're trying to get your elixir for your loot, and then you go in with an all drag attack, which is really expensive.
Oh, it's so expensive.
Well, at that level though, it's like an army of 200k elixir. That's a lot for a Town Hall 7 or a Town Hall 8 even.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, and if you don't get anything back,
Yeah, and if you guys end up losing the war, I mean, you've lost half of that.
Right.
And that's assuming you get a star on both your attacks.
Not to mention even the time you miss farming.
And the time you miss farming and creating your attack and just planning it out and everything else, it becomes significant. So it's pretty important to win that war.
Well, okay, so how do you guys plan your attacks? What is earlier Town Hall?
Yeah.
What's your strategy?
So, as an individual, you lay it out, and we use Stitch, which is now not existent, but we use...
Oh, Sketch.
Sketch, yeah. Yeah, Sketch is not existent on Android for sure.
Yeah, I heard that. They got rid of it on one of the things.
So anybody new is going to have struggle with that, so we're going to have to find another way.
Glad I still have it down.
But, so we lay it out. So basically, we take a snapshot of the map, we lay out our plan, we put it in front of our other members in GroupMe, and let them criticize. And let them, you'll still have it on your own, but you can't download it in the store.
Yeah,
really?
Check the store. You probably won't be able to find it.
Evernote got rid of it.
It's just like Flappy Bird.
Same idea.
Yeah.
If you have it,
if you have it, it's still there. If you ever delete it, you're out of luck.
That's too bad.
Yep. Yeah. So anybody new, we're gonna have to find another way to do it.
It's not like they're making a lot of money off of it. Probably
I'm sure they're not.
Nerds are just drawing pictures of our faces.
So then we get criticism from our fellow members on what our map looks like and what we're doing, whether it's from L2, or Reloaded. All three groups can criticize you and give you suggestions, and you go in and you give it a shot and see how well you execute it and see if it works for you.
Max, do you tap it out? I mean, are you like?
Oh yeah.
I don't necessarily tap it out per se, but I definitely stare down the map for multiple times and understand different nuances. I'll click on different bases and parts of the base, like the air defenses, and understand their arcs and where they're going to start affecting my troops. So I know when I have to release my loons, for example.
Yeah. So. I should just call the attack button the stupid button. Because I can sit there and tap it out and look at it and stare at it, but as soon as I hit attack, it's like I turn into
you forget something?
4-year-old. It's attack, and I'm like the other war. I was doing it. I was like, I'm going to do the queen walk over here. I'm going to come on. I'm doing this, and I'm looking through it, and I've got the plan down in my mind. And I go in and I drop my queen and everything. I go, oh shit, I forgot my queen walk.
Right?
And they're like, oh, send the healers in. And it worked out.
It's like, just go, do something, please work.
Screw it. Here we go.
What's worse is when you go in and attack and you're like, where the hell is my jump spell? Where's my wall breakers? And you go back to your camp after your attack, and they're just chilling there by the
They
campfire,
weren't finished.
holding their little bombs.
And they're like 30 seconds later.
I do think we should all become a little bit like check, like.
That's something I do very rigorously.
Make sure it's all green.
We've had a few people in L2 that have walked into a war and like their queen was sleeping still.
Yeah,
or their king. Or
I was going to do a queen walk, but she was still sleeping.
I did that in a war with like a jump spell. I like had it already, but you get so blinded to the everything's ready. I've checked everything, and then you see the screen, and then you get it's like if you're an airline pilot,
it's your checklist.
I've crashed many times by now. Like pretend you're an airline pilot and go, okay, green check, green check, green check.
I mean, so once you hit that attack button and your troops pop up, I look at every single section to make sure I got full numbers on everything.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily verify that my troops match what my original plan was, but I'm at least making sure that my numbers are totaled.
Mm-hmm. And so you haven't gone in without.
I've never gone in without a full group yet, but I've had a few clan members that have, and I hopefully have learned from them.
I remember one time going in one dragon short, and then they're like, he only brought in 9 dragons. Where's his 10th one?
It's the worst.
And it's just flying around that campfire, and it just was like, oh shit, really?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
and especially because I was waiting on that spell, and I'm sitting here going, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna jam it out this time. I'm just gonna wait. I got a few minutes, and I'm staring at the base, and
Bet you wish you would have jammed it after.
You know what?
that.
I've got it. I'm going in. Stupid button.
Yeah.
Look at the base. Just throw my golems in at this, but
yeah.
Well, we're running at about an hour. Should you guys want to?
Sure.
So, do you guys have shout-outs?
Oh, God. There's so many people I can't think of.
Well, do anybody shout out now, too?
L2
shout-outs.
Annie Joe /Trickster. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's welcome to see you back. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was glad to see that.
Yeah. Jesse, hope you come back. And Mel, I think, temporarily left back to Reloaded. She said she was going to come back eventually.
I think she's got to count everyone, doesn't she?
She was in
Sasquatch does for sure.
Yeah. Yeti,
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch got fingers everywhere.
Mel is Ygritte and Melisandre. All the
I don't know all hers.
Game of Thrones characters.
Okay.
Hopefully not the one that has sex
I've never
with her
actually
brother.
watched any single episodes of Game of Thrones. Zero.
We started.
I'm at 0.
The last episode we watched was when that girl was having sex with her brother, and
you just spoiled it for everybody.
Come on!
Oops. Sorry, it's kind of scandalous, but
it was the first episode. I'm just kidding. You don't spoil.
I was like, "What?" That little kid spotted them. Why is it such a big deal? And Scott was like, "Because they're brother and sister." I was like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense."
That's a little more significant.
Yeah. Well, that's weird.
Oh, man. The awkward turtle has swam.
Shout out to Ginger, Yeti,
J-Rob, Ike.
Ike, who's been over.
They've been hanging out in L2 for a long time.
Yeah,
excellent attacks at the top there.
And Calf.
Calf.
Is it Calf's son Zeb that keeps coming in?
Yeah, he's the one that comes in out. So Zeb just Calf's feeding them troops, trying to get them up to speed, doing stuff. He pops in for a while, gets some troops, disappears for a week or two.
He's in bronze. Who's Zeb? And it's like, that's Calf's son. I'm just feeding him troops.
So I'd encourage you to stop by House of L2.
Yeah,
House of L2.
Definitely.
Should
we say the magic word?
Fitz. Oh, yeah, you want to use the password.
Fitz.
Yeah.
Stop on by.
And I mention the podcast either way. We'll let you in. We'll talk to you.
You can mention the podcast or say Fitz, Fans in the Stands.
Yep.
That's what it is for. So I realize I don't say the password enough, and people go, they don't know the password. I'm like, that's kind of my fault, I think, because I don't say it.
Oh, because they're so afraid of spies and everything from like rival clans, or especially during war.
And I don't understand what's the big deal with that. I mean, if they spy and they see what you're talking about, it's not like they can change their base.
No, but they can see all their your traps.
Like if
They
you're,
can
if
look
it's
at your
during
traps
war,
and
if
learn.
it's
I
during
agree.
war.
I agree. You can learn something.
We've done it so many times.
Phantom
Okay.
Warlord.
Yeah, the Phantom Warlord. Well, here's the thing.
Maybe I'm too lazy
We used
to
to
do
do
that,
it a lot, like go in and spy. But it was more about the fun part of it, where it was finding out what they're saying, and it's more about they think this or what. It's so funny to listen to what
I would
they're
just love to
saying
hear their
about-
philosophy of your base.
Yeah, like this person. Well, I've been.
Why did he lay that out?
They'll be like, we've been modding it all day, and I can get this one up to. And so, like, some of the clans, we found out they were modding because we were over there.
And it's pretty obvious with a lot of their attacks too. If they
in some clans, it's not that obvious.
Oh man,
because there are bad modders, and so they would be. So they'd be like modding, we know, but we were still like smashing them. So when we'd get done, it was like, and not everybody in the clan would, but some of them would. And so when they'd get done, Phantom would be like, "Okay, see you guys. Got to go back to House of L." You know.
I bet everyone was like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
After that,
Or he would bring he'd bring another account in,
A different account. Yeah.
say like, "Screw you guys, going back to L," and then get to sit and listen to what people said.
How they react to him leaving.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was pretty hilarious.
That's funny.
Well, do you have any shout-outs?
No, I mean, just normal people like we've already mentioned. Calf and all them. Ike, J-Rob, Ginger.
oh,
You know how many people are going to be mad that you forgot to shout them out?
Oh, that's
there's
okay.
too many to name. It's like
It's hard to remember them all.
We've been enough for so long. There's so many people. You want to do that too. I do want to say a shout out to Gwen though.
Oh, I
Gwen
forgot about Fu Manchu as well.
Fu.
She's awesome. So
Cool.
the Fu Manchu,
yeah.
Fu Manchu, Gwen.
Well, I'm going to shout out House of Elf for the trophy push and all the people who are really smashing it. I know I said some of the top people that were up there, but that was just in the high masters. It's really impressive to see 9s that high. So I tried to get Max to do it, and he wouldn't.
He's scared.
I think
I'm not scared. I'm just like I just want loot. I don't care about the trophies.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a loot push right now. I
Tell
don't
you-
care where I'm at on trophies at
No,
all.
you should farm push. When you farm push, then you get in those bonus leagues.
Well, that's what I've been debating about. Is like with this extra bonus loot and all that stuff. I'm like, maybe it's actually worth for me to get way up there and get that.
I mean,
extra
I
loot
usually-
every
yeah.
day, and then all the loot you get from an attack. So
This is what I would say to you. If you want to do it, just do like Jive Barge. Do Giants, Barbs, and Archers. And you can basically... So if you find the base that's like the whale, go in and take the
whale.
collectors, but just don't lose. Get the 50%.
yeah. Make sure you get your 50%.
Yeah, just get your 50%. So that's all you really have to do, trophy push, and then follow the loot. So you only stop at the really good loot places that you can win
Yeah.
on.
That's true.
And then you start to cash in like 50,000 extra every time or 100,000 because of the bonus.
Yep.
Not to mention the gems when you hit Masters.
I'll have to think
1,000
about
gems. 2,500 gems. That's like a $25 gift from Superstar. Sell.
So once you hit Masters, you get 2,500 gems. 1,000 gems.
2,500 a champ.
I've spent more. With my
Yeah.
credit card.
But
How do you think I got the TH9?
True enough.
the green elixir. Well, it was fun hanging out. Get a hold of us, clashclanspodcast@gmail.com, at WBSMT Radio on Twitter, at Scotty827 on Twitter. And you guys don't have Twitter accounts.
No Twitter here.
Yeah. So you can get a hold of them at WBSMT Radio on. So thanks, Braquely and Maximus. It was fun. Keep it clashy, guys.
Yep. See you later.
You too. Peace out.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.